the mortuary and more towards like an industrial, like manufacturing district.
Mm-hmm.
There's still chaos. People in the street wondering what's going on.
Although I don't think we should go near the Silver Mist people.
We are getting shot at the moment, I think, aren't we?
Oh yeah, we're also getting shot at. Yeah,
Well,
we're definitely on our way up.
That stopped the second the detonation happened.
Oh sweet, okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
if
fine.
we're not getting shot at, let's loop back.
Yeah, I think we loop back towards the mortuary.
Well, yeah, just.
But that's where all the bad guys are going.
But it also might be.
These are where all the bad guys going.
Car. If they're not shooting at us, they're probably not worried about us right now.
I mean, Misa fine with this. If Misa wanting to do that, Misa could keep looking around this area, or maybe just go and look at the chaos. You don't have any way of taking a photo, do you? Misa feel like everyone would like to see this.
You could just plug
is a lot of dust. Well done.
It's quite spectacular, really. Maybe not my proudest moment, but I'll take it.
Yes, welcome to the Isa Genocide Club.
I could get used to this every now and then, a holiday from being neutral good.
Eve, you said you were the good guys. Why is there a genocide club?
It's a long story. You've not met the Void Boys yet. They're a complicated duo of well-meaning go-getters that seem to get into more trouble than they're worth.
Yes.
That also describes what Anastasia was like. Don't tell me we're doing this again in 5 years.
Oh God. No, I think it's a different kind of genocidal maniac going on. It's more like they don't mean for it to happen. It kind of just happens with the best intentions, and they seem to kind of come away with it all right.
Yes, he's a very different with Wisa. There's a two of Wisa. Very different.
Vaughn ponders for a second, shrugs, and goes, "Yeah, that is very different." He just flashes you a smile and goes back to surveying the area.
Yeah, I mean, if we don't sort of see anything, we spend sort of, I don't know, like half.
To stay on this eagle because I think we only have like an hour.
Oh yes, Wisa should leave then. Wisa should leave.
Okay.
You can have an eagle. Anyway, yeah.
Cutting back, backtracking half an hour. Those who are still in the warehouse, you hear this detonation echo across the wheel, and when you look up, you see the plume of smoke where the mortuary sat. What are you guys doing?
It worked.
Hunter, can you try and contact Lavender again? Maybe she just had to hide.
Yeah. Can. Yeah. That's fine. I'll just repeatedly. Every few minutes, I'll just keep messaging Lavender, Ribbit, and Eve, and just seeing who replies what's going on, and yeah, I'll give that a go.
That's a
the message. Oh, cool.
I was just going. That's a fantastic idea. I think we should definitely do that. If all else fails, I can try and get something together to try and find her another way. But if time's of the essence, then we that's probably the best way of doing it.
Amazing. I'll do that now. And Hunter will just pop along on the side, sit down, and have a little write in his book. The message will be, we blew it up. Is everybody safe? And I'll send that like in order. I can't send it to multiple people at the same time, but I'll go like Lavender, Ribbit, Eve.
Lavender, you are just about slowing down from getting away from the mortuary, beginning your walk back towards the back towards where everybody else is, and you get that message.
You hear back, I'm alive. got kidnapped, escaped, on way back, but will be careful. Might take me a bit longer. 2 words. Bye, Hans.
Hunter, hearing this, is no longer concerned with messaging Ribbit because he knows that he was there before, so he's probably all right. So he's just going to message Lavender back saying, "Whereabouts? Well, where exactly are you?"
Don't know, can't see shit. Be back soon.
Okay, we'll be here waiting. And then I'll do the same to Ribbit. Sup, Slippy boy? Where are you on your way back? Did it go well? Did it work? They're on their way here. So, yeah, it's cool. We're good. It worked.
Oh, thank the gods. And we now need to think about getting out of here. If the Lady of Pain is pissed off at us, we probably shouldn't hang around too long.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she's probably cool with it, but best not chance it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Do we want to try and get out of here using a plane shift, or do we want to try and do we, Matt? Do we remember how close we are from that one of the doors that we came through when we originally came in from? We were in the barn, and then we walked over to the thing, and then we walked with the Silver Mist soldiers when we were in a seeming.
Yes, that was about 2 hours away from here, 1 hour away from the mortuary. It's like 2/3 the way around the
Yeah.
wheel from where you are.
Is it better that we try and all meet up there, or maybe try and
I
get a
will.
message to the others?
I will say that place that you entered, it was like a doorway in the middle of like a four-way cross section of a street. Very populous area. Give me an Arcana check.
1 second.
transportation options, I'm in favor of moving quickly.
Time is against us. We have such little time until we can sort ourselves out of this mess and deal with what we need to deal with. I honestly think that the quickest way to get us all back together and moving forward to our next point is the most optimal line of progression here.
Yeah. I mean, I can plane shift us, but my track record with it has not been great. But if we help, if people help me, then we've got a pretty good chance of getting where we need to go. But yeah, I mean, yeah, plane shift would take us, well, exactly really. If I describe the place on the plane, take us exactly where we need to go. Yeah, we could literally go to the outskirts of Waterdeep right now if we wanted to.
I think that sounds like the best option. Worst case scenario, I can always, if we go off the target, I can always teleport us back into a Blackstaff Tower. I've got one more shot at that left today.
As long as we are on the same plane.
Yeah, so long as we're on the same plane.
That's not a guarantee with me.
Could you do the plane shift to... This is more Thomas speaking than Dave, because I don't quite know how plane shift works. Could you plane shift to the airship? Because you know what the...
Yes,
well,
I
what,
can.
Because you know what the airship looks like, even if you're not super familiar with this Waterdeep.
Yeah, so I couldn't just plane shift to the ship, but because I know where the ship is, I can plane shift to the dock that the ship is placed in. I believe that is how that would work, I think. So yes, we could go to the ship, get the ship, and then travel to Waterdeep from there. Not sure how long that would be, but that would probably be quite a while. But it's up to you. We could always go there. I think, is it still with Vigil? I think it's still in the dock with Vigil, right? The big one.
Not with Vigil, but it's both ships are currently in Waterdeep Harbour.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. We'll just go. Yeah, we can plane shift to the ship then. It's like a few minutes walk to the tower, isn't it? So.
Yeah, it's like 15 minutes away max.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a great idea. We could plane shift there, get the resources of the Yeah. So so the plan is wait for the guys to come back. Plane shift to Waterdeep Harbour. Get the ship airworthy, and maybe just nip into Vigil, give them a full update on what we've just done, and then head to then try and find the Lelia in Waterdeep, I guess, right?
Sounds about right.
Cool. We still don't know her exact. Well, we can deduce from the map that we saw that the highest concentration was in that in a certain point. So maybe we start at the center of that. If we, as good a place as any.
My theory is she's going to try and get to Waterdeep and get to Blackstaff Tower. It's one of the
Interesting.
largest buildings. It would have, if she wants to be seen, to be ascending, she wants can't remember if it's Vigil or Mordenkainen. Oh, it's Silverhand. I sent one to Silverhand directly.
I think that if we
So
carry on.
So we should. Hopefully, they're marshalling some forces somewhere, saying that this is the center. So we might have some allies there.
Fantastic. I think that if we even just wait on top, if we get to Blackstaff Tower first and get there on top, then that puts a spanner in our works immediately. You know what I mean? Like it. I'm just trying to think here. I don't know what the best route forward really is, but I think that's if we can find a way to dislodge our plans enough so that we put a spanner in the works before we even, before anything even starts, and we're then scurrying to try and stop the ascension.
Yeah, that makes sense. And no matter what we're going to do, we're going to be in Waterdeep anyway. So, let's wait for the others, get to Waterdeep. We'll start doing that, and we'll also meet up with Vigil because he might have some information for us as well from what's been going on there. We don't know. So, I suggest we just wait for the others to get here, and then we'll attempt to plane shift to the Waterdeep Harbor. Sound good?
Sounds great.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Amazing.
I just hate that we have to wait.
Yeah.
So, if you are waiting, for the sake of brevity, Ribbit, Vaughn, and Eve will have to land at some point because of their animal familiar, basically the time running out on it. And I'm assuming we'll make the remainder of their journey on foot. But regardless of the time that takes,
Matt?
I think, yeah,
While we're waiting, could they
Yeah.
make another homunculus?
yeah,
That
absolutely.
will make a raven, actually, if that's all right. Thank you for reminding me, Dave.
Okay, cool. If Lavender is walking back, it will take a set amount of time. Go on, Chris.
Walk over me. Moreau's going to basically ask: is there any spells that anyone wants him to learn that can be used in the next 24 hours? Because he didn't do his ritual, but it takes him an hour to do. So, any necromancy or divination spells that anyone thinks he should learn?
Ooh.
I think maybe if we're going up against, if we're finally going to do it, I think maybe some form of resurrection magic.
I can get Revivify. That'd be the quickest to do. That would take it's only a third level, so I'd only need 2 other people to help me with the ritual.
Who's helping?
I mean, I feel like at the end of the day, I've been part of the problem the whole way through, so I'm more than happy to help in any way that'll help us eviscerate her from existence.
I'll assist as well if I am suited to.
Yeah, anyone can help with this. And Moreau organises his cards on the ground. He'll start lighting a few candles and mark out various pieces of chalk and runes, and start learning doing a spirit session to learn. Spend the next hour or so speaking various forms of celestial primordial to try and learn Revivify.
Visible but clearly the face and upper torso of that of the Lady of Pain. But she does not take center stage of this ritual space. As her image floats there off to the side, there is a very subtle flash of crimson red. And then an individual that you don't recognize, Moreau, steps into your circle. Kind of like entering from off stage where you can't see where they've come from. But it's a ghostly image of black raven wings tucked down behind them. Quite a large body and bald head. And a very, very smug smile on their face. They're dressed in it kind of disintegrates to ash in his hand and just flows over Moreau in his ritual state. Good luck. The ritual ends with another crimson spark, and the imagery is gone.
No.
You know that fella?
Oh, Josh, you go ahead.
It's my monk from our first series. He's the one who had the power stone and made holes everywhere. His soul got taken by the Raven Queen because I sacrificed myself for the soul stone, and she was like, "I'll bring you back, but then when you die, you're mine." And I was like, "Okay." And then I died clicking with the Infinity Gauntlet, like Iron Man. So it was kind of chill. I died as Terminator and as Iron Man in the same campaign, so I'm kind of happy with that. Oh my god, that I because I wasn't paying attention at first, and then like you started describing stuff, and I was like, whoa, what's going on? And then you said Raven Wings, and I was like, ooh, I'm interested now. And you said Buzz, and I was like,
Yeah, we really did not do Buzz any favors in the
oh
afterlife.
shit, yeah, fucking hell, yeah. No one, tell him where the ship is. There's a fucking Buzz-shaped stain on the deck.
Yeah. All right. Oh, that was cool.
Who is this guy again? Is that a
He's-
loaded question?
No, it's just like another ribbit of mine.
Okay.
one.
A guy being a dude.
Ribbit 1.0 and Chewie 1.0.
Yeah.
Ah.
That's the Chewie that this one is named after because we kept calling it Chewie by accident.
Over the course of the next few hours, while you wait, is anybody else wanting to do anything with their free time?
I'm just kind of pacing forwards and backwards.
Okay.
Wondering what to do with the 10 kilograms of powder, since we are not using that on the bomb anymore.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
You know what?
All right.
I'm gonna start cooking some bread.
Fair. Can I In that case, if you're just redoing a tattoo that's already been done, Teffel, can I have a sleight of hand check, please? I'm tempted to say, given you that you're more experienced now, and you kind of have a template to go off, you can have this at advantage.
Yes!
All them bones.
Definitely.
Ooh. Does this improve my dexterity?
Dexterity is specifically a sleight of hand check +5.
Oh. But do I need to attune to them?
No.
Wow. Okay.
I
Tough
often
will
use
get
them when I do some very detailed work.
Tough will get geared up and they're gonna try to use the line work that's already there, but just make it look less infantile.
Okay.
So 14 plus 5. That's pretty
Nice.
good. 19.
It does look a lot better than your previous attempt. You can tell that there are more experienced hands at work here, and some magic gloves, but, who's counting that?
I owe you that much, Thog. Can't have you walking around looking like that, even if you did like it.
What do you mean, Teffel? I always look like me.
I
There's no
mean,
depth between us. There's no depth
since
between
I've
us.
since I've done your tattoo, I've learned so much and gained so much knowledge, not to mention I've got some new tools, so might as well put it to use. I know it was an important symbol for you.
I love it, thanks, Teffel. But there's no depth between any of us. If anything, we all know Tia big time.
Well, I'm just glad you like it.
Okay. Any more for any more?
How much
No?
time is left until everybody gets here?
That's a very vague question because I'm asking you what you're doing over the whole time. So
Yeah, because I would also want to go for a tattoo.
there's plenty of time for that.
Oh, there's plenty of time for that. Amazing.
Yeah.
Watching the great work that you've done on Thug, just as you kind of finish up and everything, and just kind of like hold the needle and everything there, Teffel. Lila finishes pacing and just wanders over to you and puts a hand on your shoulder and goes, Teffel, I was wondering if you could try something for me, actually, that I've been thinking about for a while.
Sure. What have you got in mind?
Well, I think that this is, if we end it and end it with her, then it's done and it's finished. And if I die, then I die anyway. What I was thinking of possibility of maybe doing is, do you think maybe you could attempt to cover this? And Lila just points at the brand on her cheek.
Oh. I have to admit that it's already crossed my mind, but I didn't want to, well, to impose.
The only reason I haven't asked before now is because I figured while we were trying to infiltrate or get around, I thought that it might be useful to deceive and to get past things, but I'm done with this now, and this is, if we kill her and end it, then I don't want to be associated with it any more than I have to be.
Yeah, I completely understand. I assume that it's got magical properties or something more than your average tattoo. Is that right?
To my knowledge, Matt, what? What would Lila's knowledge be on this? Is it just fancy, or would Lila have Liam's knowledge?
I would assume you'd have all the same knowledge as Liam does, in terms of what it physically is and its physical properties, and everything surrounding that. Any extra things it may or may not do, then
Liam
I
doesn't.
wouldn't say so.
Lila wouldn't.
No.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
No.
It does have magical properties of which I'm not entirely sure. I know that when we use our magic or our abilities, you've seen it flicker and color and bright, and I don't know if that is us using it as a focus point of channeling the Lelia's essence through the faith. All I really know is that when it happened, it hurt like hell. To the point where she wanted us to keep our eyes open. She always asks us to keep our eyes open, but the pain gets too much as it happens, and it just hurts. And that pain that you feel from it happening, it never really leaves. You always feel it in my soul. It's never really stopped hurting.
I've never heard of that kind of tattoo. I mean, I know that the magical ones that some of us have and the glowing ones, at least for me personally, I can feel a presence, almost like a slight throbbing, but it's not unpleasant. It's not supposed to be. At least not after it's finished imbuing into. But I could do something about it. I mean, at the very least, aesthetically. And if you trust me, I could potentially work with the magic that's there, with some of these components that we've been compiling. And I mean, I can't promise anything because this is all still very new to me, but I could attempt to either harness what's there or at least try to put something over it that makes you feel more yourself.
Of course. I mean, whatever else I can help with, if there's anything else that you need, you can. I mean, my blood is magical. You're welcome to use some of that. I've got some chalks. I've got some ivory strips. I've got some pearls. I think I gave you everything else out of Catherine's pouch. But anything else that you think you might need, I'm more than happy to help with.
I know, at least as well as you, how much our blood can offer us when we put it back into ourselves. But as I said, I'm still quite a novice with all of this, so it would be purely experimenting and building off of what I know. I've only been using these gems, and my eyes will kind of like flash at the word. I've got these gems, this powder that I've used to make more limited effects. But I'd be willing to maybe try to braid the two together. And if we could even siphon off a little of your blood to mix in, maybe that would be a way to do it. I don't know. I'm only guessing.
I mean, of course. Lila will take off a gauntlet and
Don't just like cut yourself open.
No. You've seen that there's a lot of like you've seen her naked, but nobody like you've never really been this close to her before. But from what you heard about Thog about Linvala and what she did in Barovia, you see that there are obvious like scar marks all over like her like forearm. But because of how her skin works, where it kind of blues and tingles where it's healed, it's kind of a lighter blue to it, like a lighter turquoise. But now that you're here up close, you could definitely see it, like where the things that Linvala did, you see she also did. She just kind of holds her arm out and goes,
"Well,
by all means,
we won't have to add to your collection of scars. I have more precise tools, and I'm sure Tia has an extra vial. I do know something about hemocraft, not to this degree, but as far as I can tell, it wouldn't hurt to mix some of your blood with either some of this normal ink I have or some of the powder that I can use to create a magical effect."
What magical effects can you create? Liam's looking at the sheet here now.
Yeah,
that you've
I was gonna say,
Lila doesn't know anything.
Oh yeah, I sent it to you on Facebook, didn't I?
Just start off with the absorbing tattoo. That's the one that Liam wants to go.
The illuminator, absorbing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, sit tight. What kind of resistance are you looking to get?
I think that in the immediate future, I feel that any resistance to a radiant damage or necrotic damage might help.
Well, I don't have much of those components, if any. What color is your blood?
It's like a silvery, sparkly. It's she like reaches underneath her like plate and pulls out the necklace that she wears even when she is naked, and it's like a test tube vial thing that's been sealed, and it's like a silvery liquid that moves with a lot more elegance and grace than it should do for the viscosity of it. And as she kind of shakes it left and right, it's a bit like a lava lamp. And those kind of like the what's that powder in the water called again, Frankie? The when you move it, Mycelium, is it?
Mica powder.
Yeah, it's like mica powder, where like she flicks it and it kind of like sparkles, and there are like
Ooh.
obvious bits that kind of like flicker out and like shine, and it kind of goes thicker and spins and then kind of settles again.
Interesting. Well, I'll mix it with what I have and we'll see what happens.
Did you need me
and-
for something?
Well, I was just thinking of you, Tia. If you don't mind, I'll use these gloves again, as this is something new for me.
Sure,
You
go
don't
ahead.
know the properties of blood that looks like this, do you? And I'll show her the vial.
Oh, that looks very interesting. Could I try to decipher what the properties might be?
You can give me a nature check.
Pass.
Can I assist with it being my own blood?
Yeah, go on.
I'll give her guidance as well. So D4.
And I'll just explain. Assisting, I will explain how the children of Silver Mist use it.
26.
Ooh. Woohoo!
Okay. Precise. How do I say this? Precise qualities of blood like this can be very chaotic. You'd know just from looking at it, it's quite. Considering it's blood, it's quite an unstable substance. There is definitely a magical quality to it, but more so in the sense that the blood has a natural affinity for channeling magic rather than being magical itself. So if you were to use it as like an ingredient and stuff, it would probably share that kind of quality, though it would vary depending on the individual as to how stable that channeling ability was.
Oh. Well, because it's already pumping through your veins, I can't see that it would do any harm. But as I said, it's a risk to try to weave it into other forms of magic.
Oh no. The bed is spinning. I need to go. Bye.
So long as you don't think it's going to harm you in the process, I'm no
Well,
stranger to pain, so
I'm not exposing any part of myself to it. To my knowledge, it will be through my tools. Oh, that's cool looking. Well, Tuffle will get all their equipment and do a kind of like 50-50 ratio of the gem powder from the absorbing tattoo recipe and Lila's blood, and kind of funnel them into the pen, well, the needle that Tia fashioned.
Okay.
I know from experience that the face is quite a delicate area to work on. I don't think it will be excruciating, but it might be a little tender. But I'll work gently and carefully, and if you feel strange in any way, let me know and I can stop.
by all means. Design-wise, I was hoping that you could do something maybe a little akin to this. And what Lila describes is she would like a wing, like a traditional sort of big bird wing, but she'll describe it more as like an angelic wing, kind of going around to the right and kind of spiraling around, and coming up to the point of the tip. So it's kind of like in motion in a circle, and in the middle of it, she would she will cast Druidcraft and create a specific type of tree branch that you can tell is definitely Fey, and will ruffle up inside of her hair and pull out a couple of leaves. I would like you to incorporate this stick and leaf design, and maybe have the if the blood is going to be anywhere in the design, maybe try and focus it more towards the bottom of it, and have the wing and the stick coming out of it, and the wing circling around and encompassing the stick. And what you remember as she's describing this to you, the design on the ring that she buried in Barovia at Saphara's grave.
Oh.
She doesn't explicitly say that. She gets a bit teary-eyed while she's describing it, but nothing that
I
she's
remember
not, like, holding it back. But the way that she's describing it, the only time you've ever seen that design or anything like it is the ring that she buried at Saphara's grave.
This doesn't look too complicated, but I'll sketch it out in my book first. I want to get it right. How big do you want it?
Nothing.
This is quite a large design.
And you need to simplify it if you want. I just would like the majority of this covered. I don't want to go too overbearing. Just if you could attempt to try and remove this from my face, that would be fantastic.
Tefl will do like a practice run in their sketchbook and then do the last preparations to begin on Lila's face.
Okay. Give me a sleight of hand check, please.
Gulp.
Let's go. Roll them bones.
Does anybody want to throw guidance or anything?
Guidance,
Please, thank you.
And I'm wearing the gloves still. Oh, I'm so nervous to roll this. Hey!
And
So
guidance,
that's 28.
Fuck
28
yes.
plus 2, 30.
Oh,
That's the best I've ever done.
Yes, Tefl.
With a face tat as well. Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Ethel, you're not one for an overabundance of self-confidence, nor a boasty attitude to any regard, but towards the latter end of applying this tattoo, covering up this mark that clearly Lila has no taste for, you kind of sit there staring at your own handiwork, or with this voice in your head saying, "Damn, I'm good." It looks professional as shit. And it is perfectly how Lila described it, in every last detail.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of this brand, there is now a subtle gold sheen down the side of down one of the sides of Lila's face, where this tattoo now rests. I will say,
Well,
Carry on.
Lila,
Yep.
as the tattoo finishes, the pain begins to become like a constant like hum on your cheek rather than something to wince at. You can feel the outline of this tattoo, and it feels great for it to be covering that brand. But when you concentrate, even though it's covered, you can still feel that brand in your cheek underneath, just sitting below the surface.
Mm-hmm. Classic Lilalia things.
how do you feel?
I, and she begins to tear up again, and she just hugs you, and she just stays there, and you just feel the thankness of that. You can feel as she kind of like gives you a proper hug and comes in and like brings her head into your like her chin into the crevice on your neck like a proper hug. You feel a slight watery like drip begin to happen, and then she kind of like sniffs in a bit, kind of like shakes her hair off, stands up, eyes are a little red, and she just goes, "Thank you, devil. This is such a burden that I feel like I am now free of. Thank you so much."
And Tuffle just breathes a sigh of relief. I might need to go change my undergarments. Excuse me for a moment.
And then I'm just looking at reflections at it with a big old fucking grin on my face. The newfound confidence that we're going to stab the lady in the face.
Woo! Stab her in the face.
As we draw closer to when Ribbit, Vaughn, Eve, and Lavender are returning, both Vaughn and Ribbit, Eve and Lavender, as you get closer and closer to the edges of the Great Bazaar district, where you know this abandoned warehouse to be, you are, and I kid you not, you are approaching 4:20 p.m. as you approach.
Ribbit gets his pipe out. Doesn't say a word, just gets his pipe out and starts smoking.
Yeah. Well,
You see something that was not present here the last time you were here. There is a very, and I mean very subtle shake to the ground that you stand on. And you can see up ahead of you. It doesn't quite work this way because you're on a wheel, but to the north of where the party is currently situated, you see 3 very tall buildings moving. You think for a second that it's, just an illusion. You've been walking for a while. There was an explosion quite nearby to you not that long ago. But the more you look, the more you can see, no, they are rising out from the city. 3 cylindrical buildings slowly edging their way up. They're just about the bottom of them clearing the height of the buildings around them. And they kind of look like this.
She's firing missiles.
They are cylindrical, but even though Ribbit wouldn't know what a missile is, no, they don't look like missiles.
Oh, okay, I do feel better. Because I
That's
thought they were missile silos. I thought she had her own nukes.
Returning fire.
Literally. They've all got scrolls of trash summoning in them.
Yeah.
They look like chess pieces.
It's like when you play Command and Conquer and that one bit of the map gets like thingy when someone builds a nuclear missile silo. It's like
Can
nuclear launch
I-
detected.
Can I have a history check from all three of you?
I am. I don't even know if I should bother rolling.
From me as well.
Yep.
Oh god.
Are you historical?
No. I am absolutely not.
We're just both gonna go for it then. We're just gonna
Yeah,
go
that's
for
a
it.
character sheet.
7. Oh
Oh,
my god, Rip, what the fuck?
Wow.
It always works out in the end, guys.
Rivet's mind is an archive that he can easily jump into when needed.
This is why we got into such
It
bad
was
habits,
pipe.
because it just
It
works
was
out.
pipe.
Oh yeah, it was the pipe. Look, it's green.
Yep.
What we don't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
is that he is actually Rivet has an eidetic memory. He just plays like he doesn't.
We're just like, hey man, isn't that? I recognize that, man. That's that thing.
I don't know if I'm seeing shit, guys, but do you also see these specific things?
Hey, yo, what's this sparkling, man?
What did you say, Lewis?
Can I have one's character sheet?
You can, but you're not currently in control of him because I don't want to make you guys even more overpowered by giving you an extra Superman. With a natural 20, yeah, Vaughn's not making this check.
Oh.
It's a very specific reason I'm asking for this, which you will see in a minute.
Okay.
Ribbip, you realize pretty quickly, given the position of where these things are coming from, it seems like the exact place that Lelalia's mansion was formerly situated. And as you look there now, you can still see what you think is like the grounds of the mansion. These things are definitely rising out of it.
Am I within a mile of the folks in the factory yet?
I'd say so, yeah.
In that case, I will report that back. You guys, she's Elle's castle flying out into the sky. Misa don't know what to do about this,
Don't touch it.
Noises.
Leave it alone. It's
Touch
not
the
worth
butt.
it. No, it's not worth it. Don't do it.
Misa want to touch the butt.
I know. I know you're going to, no matter what I say.
Misa find friends first, but then Misa touch the butt.
Oh, okay. I fully expect them just explode or something. Yeah, just do something terrible.
Yeah. Well, at this point, we will just keep heading home because I'm scared.
Is it just me who wants to teleport onto them?
We're here.
It was, but it's not anymore.
We're here. Take us straight to her.
So you're just all continuing to go back towards the warehouse to meet up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
It is then at it. Yeah, I did do the math. 4:20 that you turn up, pipe in hand and screaming about some sort of flying building.
It's UFOs, man. They're real.
I feel like we get there at the same time as Lavender, and we're both smoking a pipe.
Yeah, she has the Feywild herbs just like rolled up in the big long cigar stick.
Vaughn would be smoking too with his pipe, ever smoking pipe, making different animal shapes appear.
Man, I nearly died again.
Yeah, it's at this point, Ribbip, as Vaughn pulls out his own pipe, you look at each other. You have the exact same pipe.
Ooh.
Pipe, bro.
You used to have good taste.
Cheers.
It's at this point Vaughn's face drops a bit.
Oh no.
Looking into your eyes, Ribbip, there is a sudden click that Vaughn will explain to you in words that I cannot at the minute, because it's a level of roleplay I wouldn't be able to do for Vaughn. But Vaughn recalls finding his pipe on his Chilton adventures, specifically on the corpse of another grunk. A corpse that looks a lot like Ribbip.
What? What?
Wait,
What?
what? Wait.
Oh, Matt, I'm so happy for you. You finally killed the frog in a different dimension.
You have to kill him in the future or the past?
Ooh. So there's another you as well.
Or it's the same me, but time.
That's a fucking
just
long
gonna-
game to play. Jesus.
Anything. But yeah, that's where exactly is where Vaughan found it. So Vaughn's gonna look at you, just gonna look at you and say, like, you know, this is still probably a good thing. Let me show you how I found this. And then Vaughn's just gonna start puffing like crazy. And start making pictures almost quick enough that you're flicking through pages of the book. When Vaughan, and I suppose the rest of the party that weren't resistant to poison were also choked with him. Were all there, and they came across ghouls that were ripping apart the bodies and eating the bodies of dead grungs. And then, after a quick kicking the shit out of them with literally no resistance whatsoever due to Matt's terrible rolls, we then pinched a pipe off a corpse, which Vaughan immediately used.
Rubik's eyes are just wide. The smoke is just kind of like leaking out of his mouth.
As this story is
It'll do
being
that.
told, Eve does remember at that specific instance there was also a corpse of a rather large humanoid near that specific grung corpse.
Yep.
Humanoid, as in a Goliath-looking humanoid, maybe?
Now you think about it,
Matthew.
it's very familiar in size to Hunter.
Matthew?
Yeah.
Matthew? What
Yeah.
are you doing to me? You having a complex?
Wait. I
That's been in my
Not
back
paranoid
pocket
if
for
they
so
are out to-
long.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
Yeah, don't
I
forget
feel
that, guys. It's not
yeah.
paranoia if they are out to get you.
Even when we die, we live.
I'll relay that to Ribbip and explain what I saw as well. What looked like happened? Do we remember, like, sort of like how they look like they've been killed at all?
Yeah. Yeah.
We are killed by
There
mighty
was-
enemies, yes? We are killed by mighty enemies. Smart
Eldritch
enemies.
Blast and stab wounds.
You found on their bodies as well a pretty messed up, ruined map. And if I remember correctly, in the treetops and the jungle floor around you, there were remnants of wooden hull, which
Oh, that's
An airship
it!
that crashed.
Was that
that
all
crashed.
little-
It looks a lot like the crash site of a flying ship.
Holy
least
shit,
the
where all the
Batman, maybe.
gorillas were!
Yeah.
I remember.
They thought they got away,
Holy
but they realised.
Well, we
Vaughan
never
jumped into the
found
tree.
out what that ship was, and now we know.
Is that why you're
literally?
literally? Is that why you're literally unkillable in this universe? Because you're already dead.
Yes,
Oh my
Yes,
god, it's
dear, there
destiny!
there was a guy in the flying ship. I can't remember who he was though. Was he like
What-
related?
Yeah,
Oh, my
one of the crew survived. Yeah,
Who was it?
I'm pretty sure he died before you got back to Port Nyanzaru, to be honest. Or
Oh,
maybe, I
please
can't
tell-
remember
please
whether
tell me
we
it was
lived there or
Simon.
not.
Please tell me it was
No,
Simon.
it was just like a lower decker. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, to be fair, our crew were a bit expendable.
You can't
Like,
say
I can't lie.
You can't say a bit when you mean completely.
I can't lie. The first crew hated us because we got bombarded by cannonballs by the government as we boarded the ship, and then they all died. And then we hired more people, and then we never really spoke to them because we were always off like doing tombs and stuff. So we only
Paid him a
ever
lot of
learned.
money.
Yeah, we only ever
Wait
learned
in a
the
place.
captain's name, and I've forgotten the captain's name already. The rest of them, they existed. But yeah, we paid them handsomely, to be fair. So,
I mean, we saw them all dead, so
yeah, but we always gave them danger pay, so
we
they
did
were
give them danger
getting
pay.
they were getting paid for it.
The families are set,
Obviously,
mate.
yeah, exactly. Obviously, when they died, they stopped getting paid because they're not earning it.
Generous life
But-
insurance payouts.
Literally, that's what we do.
It is a scam, but that is what we do.
Hmm.
Oh god. Jeez, that must have been like literally like I don't know how Matt didn't tell us that. Like like he's been keeping that in for like a year, 2 years.
Yeah, what the fuck? How?
Balls
How?
and dead voids. Like,
Honestly, the number of times with a DM that I can't resist telling a fucking secret, and you've kept that for that long—that's insane. You're a crazy man.
What do you think I'm doing with all the important secrets?
It's reveal time now.
yeah, put them on the table. Let's go.
So anyway, yeah, existential crisis and flying buildings. Carry on.
Oh yeah.
As Lavender arrives, she has quite clearly tears running down her face. The tears are black though; it's a little unsettling. And there's kind of this mix of sort of sharp anger, relief as she hits the smoke, and this exhaustion on her face. And she just kind of mutters the bomb. It went off early. I was nearly inside. What happened?
It didn't go off early. You said 3 hours.
Yes. If I'm right, it went off after 2.
Lyra just looks at Moreau.
Moreau looks at Chris, going, "He did not know the plan." So Chris assumed that when things were mentioning 2 hours, that was the time to set it off. Moreau looks at the watch and goes, "Shit, didn't set it back. Didn't set the watch back right."
It was daylight savings time.
It is at this point. I'd like to say, Frankie, you can have an inspiration dice because I was fully aware that you were fully aware that they were setting it off early and it could kill you, but you said nothing and stayed quiet. So you can have an inspiration dice for that.
Thank you very much. Yeah. So she just kind of looks around at you all, and she's like, all of those people, my debt is out of balance. I couldn't warn them. In a way, it did save my life. So I'm grateful for it in a way, but the devastation we have caused, we have to make up for this.
And we will.
We have to succeed.
We had to do it. There was no other choice. I wasn't happy about it either. But it's either we do this or the world ends.
We have dealt a great blow to Lelalia here.
If that's your mindset, Lavender, do you want to plane shift to every single plane to let them know that reality might be ending in over 24 hours?
No, of course not. But the things that we can do, we must do.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or at least try.
You said try. You said do what you said can.
Are you doing okay, mate? You look a little bit battered.
Yeah, I took a bit of shrapnel from the blast, but I think I should be all right. Are we moving? What is the plan?
Did you hear all that conversation that we had regarding the Void Boys and finding them?
Yeah, I was here. She was just like smoking the. Yeah, she was like vacant but smoking.
Passing it round, okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Just wanted to sort of, yeah,
Disassociating.
okay.
What?
We
So that means that they once existed in this world too, right?
These are dead already.
it would make sense if that's what you saw. I mean, unless you guys plan on taking a trip back in time after this. I mean, but there are. Am I right in saying we know there's multiple versions on different worlds? There's different. I mean, you guys, and when you went to Chult, met some like Razna Sea. There was another Razna Sea in this world as well. They were different, right?
I think so.
So yeah, it's just in our world, you died. I mean, welcome to the club. I mean, I've died a few times myself, but yeah.
Lisa died many times, but Lisa never be a corpse. Lisa first for Lisa.
Well, in some ways, at least it's not you.
Well, there is a chance that, it could be our potential future somehow. But, if that's what it takes to stop Lilele, then that's what it takes.
Hearing Hunter say that, Moreau is thumbing the card, the Taroka card that's in his pocket, and says nothing.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Sorry. Did you want to go on, Moreau?
Oh no, that was it. It was just a description of what he was doing. But
Yeah, as Hunter says that, Lavender kind of takes some deep breaths, and she smells the bread that's baking, and looks around at you all, and this anger just kind of like breaks, and she'll run over to Hunter and hug him.
Hunter will give you the biggest hug he's ever given any person. And he doesn't intend to, but because he's that tall, once he leans down, he stands back up again. So you're kind of like half in the air while he's hugging you.
Cute.
Ribbit is very obviously jealous. There's no hiding this.
Oh, never thought about that before. Rib must be like touch starved because he's poisonous.
Yeah, I'm like Rogue from X-Men.
Don't worry. Orm's here now. There can be hugs and high fives every 5 seconds if you want
Oh my
it.
god, yes! I can
Here's a
hug a
month.
person.
Yeah.
Yay!
speaking of which, I don't think we've met. Is this your friend you were talking about earlier, Eve? Vaughn, I believe.
It is indeed. We go way back. Researchers, friends. We did a documentary together. And obviously, saved Charlton the world from Sarawak until we met you guys.
Damn right.
Thank you for your service, Dr. Ezekiel Moreau. Pleased to meet you. Well, and he has his glove on, so he will shake Vaughn's hand.
Nice. Feeling brave today. Of course, Vaughn's going to shake his hand. Any friend of Eve's is a friend of Vaughn's, literally. I only tend to make very simple characters.
I feel we should ask, how many, just to, I had to be heartless, but how many folks were still in the mortuary when it went up?
Matt?
As far as you could tell, all but 3.
Oh, there you go, there's your answer. Bada bing, bada boom.
Was there any I think when we were scrying, you met. I think one of the reasons Eve came to get you was we were scrying, and you said there was some stragglers or something, and you were trying to get some folks through. Where were they going?
Matt?
Okay, Vaughn will relay to you that it was not bringing people through as in sending them somewhere. It was bringing more reinforcements from the far realm to the mortuary first. So they were almost through.
Oh, big save there.
Well, that's something. We need to work out how many actually made it through to the prime material.
Vaughn, do you know much more about her movements? What she was planning on doing exactly? Rib, I think you said you saw. So go on.
Sorry, carry on.
Rib, did you? I don't know. Has Rib told us about what he's seen?
As part of this conversation, he was going to chime in whenever relevant, so he can chime in now. Misa see at least 8 of these avatar thingies, but Misa see no Silver Mist people whatsoever. There's no people at all. And even near the mortuary, there was only a handful of people digging through the rubble. Misa quite scared.
Vaughn, did you keep a record of how many came through? Do we know how many she has available to her, or how many we could be walking into, regardless of the numbers of children of Silver Mist? And as Abbot, did you keep a record of Chalice members yourself, or did Catherine ever mention to you how many Chalice members there were, so that we can at least gain a... And you would have met Arabella and her abbot or abbess sanctorum. Oh wait, you're an abbot. Do you by any chance know what or where Sylvana is, or what any of the Shroud have been doing in all this time?
You have no idea how hard I want to roleplay all this with you, but Lewis does not know.
Yeah, this was directed at Matt, but I was asking you.
Yeah, I want to roleplay this so bad, but I just can't. But for very good reasons.
Vaughn's forgotten in his old age.
Vaughn's hit the pipe to make picture shows. He has no fucking idea what's going on right now.
That is
Don't
a
forget,
lot.
he's a monk of mercy. It's his peace pipe.
So, Brother Relayan was more of the bookkeeper. I was the ambassador, the friendly face. I operated the portals, the welcoming party, organizer. In terms of numbers, from the far realm, hundreds. I didn't really count. Sylvana? No. That is a very closely guarded secret. Nobody knows. But I haven't seen her for quite some time.
So, hundreds of potential far realm entities mixed with an entire army.
Yeah, as you say that, Vaughn's going to look at Ribbit and say, young Grunt, what is it you can do? Tell me. Magic? Arms? Shenanigans?
Shenanigans might be the best word. Misa stab good, but also since these are rifts appear, Misa also has some abilities to interact with these rifts, including one that Misa could use to get back to Waterdeep if Misa need. Although it's to take Misa 20 minutes.
As you say this, Vaughn's eyebrows, or like where his eyebrows would be, were going to raise. Like, my Frogger, I see where this is going. Okay, I have a very simple battle plan. And he just pats Ribbit on the shoulder. We'll take the right half, and then he'll be like, and he'll wave at everybody else, including you. You guys take the left. Right? Good plan.
These are always the plan. These are the only plans.
We know that the power that Lilalia holds, right? How are we gonna go up against that? She could decimate us in a click of her fingers.
Misa stab? Question mark? Misa stab many times. Misa stab very fast.
You know what?
Gets it.
Misa make riffs go boom boom.
Whatever we do, we will do together. So, I say we take the fight to her this time.
We have to go in with a
Alright.
plan, though. Obviously, can't just
Nope.
go with it willy nilly.
Nope. We're not doing plans anymore. They don't go well.
It was fine. We blew up a building and came back alive. What are you keeping complaining about? And we got a new friend. Well, not an old friend, but now a new friend.
Eve,
Yeah, the person. What more do you want? It
An
couldn't have gone
improvised
better.
explosive device. Don't think classes
Exactly.
is a plan.
It was a
Eve,
great
let's be
plan.
honest. If we did half of what we just did to the mortuary, to Rasnasi and Chult, would that not have saved a shit ton of time?
Oh my god, he's dead! Eve, just realizes.
Oh, Issa definitely get blowed up. Issa was right in the middle. Issa definitely get blowed up.
She just does a cartwheel, so happy. You don't understand how long I've been hunting him down.
I do.
I know you know, but not everyone. You emotionally understand. And I just can't believe he's gone. It feels so anticlimactic. I couldn't even do face to face and tell him what a bastard he was.
If Yusa want that, Wisa can take Yusa to Wisa reality, and Yusa can do it to Wisa Rasnasi. Because Misa have been informed that Hisa might have been lying to Misa.
He was definitely. What do you mean, might?
Misa have a bone to pick with Lisa Snake Man.
We can do that for your birthday, Eve.
Perfect.
There's your one shot.
I'm just happy he's gone and can't hurt anyone anymore.
That's your birthday sorted out, Eve. Clap, clap, hands dusted. That's what you've done.
Yeah, and it was done explosive style.
I mean, if that isn't a climax, how many drinks has the guy got to buy you?
It's ready.
I think I vote. Oh, thanks, Tia.
Thanks, Tia.
Thanks, Tia.
We need it.
Do you think that there's merit to landing right at the top of the tower and waiting for her? If she's only just set off, we could beat her there.
They recommended we try and stop her before she gets there. Is there any way we can sort of Osgiliath this shit?
That's not a verb.
You know what I mean? They're I don't know whether I don't know the land around Waterdeep. But would there be a good choke point to sort of stop her from getting to the tower?
Well, unless we try and board whatever that thing is that's up there.
Is Shisa not just going to teleport to this place?
Well, she hasn't. Well, I don't know. I mean, she's It seems to sound like she's marching an army in.
Ribbit, didn't you also say that there were floating buildings or something when you were coming in here? That
Oh
somebody said
yes,
you had?
she's a Fortress of Grace thingy. It's 3 pillars, and these are pillars now flying. These are flying pillars. Very big, look like screw. Giant screw, like
Where are they
really
flying?
big screw.
In what direction are
Screw
they
for
flying?
god shoes. Towards the other side of the ring, towards the mountain.
Towards us, or
I stick my head out and I look for the things. Are they still going towards the mountain?
They are still going up. Yeah.
They say going towards the mountain. They say go up.
Yeah.
Well, kind of up, across, but up.
Up from your perspective.
Yes. Said God.
Would Moreau know, like, if something was going toward the mountain, would there be a reason for it? Like a really
Are you looking
obvious-
outside to have a look at this?
Yeah.
Neither will also do
Sure.
this because neither will fucking help try and
As-
figure this shit out.
As you
That seems like a trick question.
as you guys are like filtering out and looking up, you can see up and down the street there's a few people doing the same, mostly out of windows. People are not wanting to go onto the street still, but it's drawing attention as these 3 pillars rise above you towards the center of the Wheel of Sigil. They have long cleared the city at this point, and as you're trying to figure out where it is they're going, you see a spark of energy appear ahead of them. Very similar to portals and magics you've used before, those arcane of you would recognize this to be symbolic of the gate spell, as a large open circle in the sky appears and these pillars begin to travel through. Those of you who are observant can see through this giant hole in the sky the outline of a city on the other side. A city with the curvature and road layout that looks very similar to that of Waterdeep.
Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck! We need to go. We need to leave.
As you watch over the next few seconds, the pillars disappear through this portal and it closes behind them.
Hunter, you were saying about a plane shift, right?
Yep.
Hunter's
yep, yep.
already casting it. No. He's
Misa do need to be careful though, because Misa now have too many people. Even if Misa puts someone in the thing, Misa have Vaughn now. What if someone eat Vaughn? Temporarily.
I think Vaughn could valiantly stay behind.
No, you're not bloody staying behind. Not again.
Misa need men. Misa have ability to take us, but Misa will take 20 minutes, and maybe Misa don't have 20 minutes anymore. But it would also give Misa the ability to meditate and teleport back, although that also takes 20 minutes, so probably not that helpful. Misa should go. Misa scared though, in case one person, like Misa teleport some people, and then they go to one place, and then we should teleport us, and we should go another place.
Well, Vaughn, this is the city of doors. Is there no way that you know of that you can get there yourself?
That's what I was just about to ask, Matt. I mean, yes, I assume there was one door that went goodbye, boom. But, you know, there's an entire city of doors, and people are willing to pay anything for information around here.
There are plenty of doors that have fixed locations. Most of the doors have random destinations. Be that as in it always goes to the same plane but a random place on it. Some of them are just random entirely. You don't know of any that go onto the prime material anywhere near Waterdeep, like off the bat. There probably is some, but you don't know any. But that's basically like the canvas you have to paint with. What you do with that information is up to you.
Okay, so Vaughn is going to say, it's going to take me longer than 20 minutes to find the right door, regardless of what we do.
We either go now without Vaughn, or we go all together in 20 minutes. Vote time.
Well, Misa still suffer the same restriction. But Misa just meant that Misa could use both abilities. But yeah.
How,
If it risks splitting us, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Vaughn. Maybe you stay here and hold down the fort.
just a question.
No, we
How many-
can't leave him again. We've
I
already,
can
he's already.
if I need if we need to, I can. You're from the prime material, right, Vaughn?
Maybe. He doesn't like where this question's going.
I can just banish you back to the prime material.
Also,
though.
End up
Just-
in Cholsey.
Also, no, these are okay because we sat plane shift back. Once we sat on the same plane, Misa spit out whoever in Misa Pokeball necklace, and then Misa used Galda's speedy courier to send Misa to whoever needs to come, and then Misa put them in the bowl.
That doesn't work across planes.
That's what I'm
Just a
saying. So
question.
You said-
we plane shift one person to the prime material. Then we plane shift the rest of us to the prime material, and then even if we're apart, we just Galda speed courier me to the other person. They open the box. I don't get out, and I put them in the bowl, and then we close the box, and I get teleported back to Hunter.
So, how many of us are in total?
10, I think.
Yeah, 10 now.
10, yeah.
Mr. 10
no
now.
more, no less.
What
Yeah.
about yeah?
Okay. Tia brings out the teleportation cube.
Yeah.
I have an idea.
Son of a
Wait,
dragon.
wait. Just hear Tia out first. What
Okay.
were you going to say?
So we could do the plane shift spell, and using this magical artifact, we can double our capacity. So up to 16 people in total.
This is much
Okay.
easier.
Sorry to interrupt you as well, Eve, but that does seem like a good idea.
That's way better than my idea. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, let's go. We literally can't waste any more time. Let's go.
Everybody's ready, and we don't need to destroy or do anything else in Sigil, right? Just to confirm.
Not
Nope.
yet.
It's at this
just-
point.
Oh. I was just going to ask, with the amount of time we have spoken for, does it count as a short rest?
No.
Okay.
Short rests happen when you plan for a short rest. You can't retroactively short rest.
Okay, that's fine.
You all hear booming from the skies above, omnidirectionally. Humans, dwarves, dragonborn elves, gnomes, halflings, tieflings, and nymph. All living creatures of the plains hear this message. Those of you who listen will not be struck by our weapons. You will no longer know hunger nor pain. The children of Silvermist have come to lead you now. Lelalia's voice echoes over the city.
Oh boy.
Our strength shall serve as a luminous sun toward which all life may blossom, and the impervious shelter beneath which you will all prosper. On this day, I will focus my godly power in your aid as I walk among you all and save the prime material from this magical plague. I will defy the gods beyond the gate and create a new world, a better world, free from their influence and meddling ways. Miracles will occur, the world will tremble, timelines will shatter, and once the dust settles on a new day that dawns, the golden age under Lelalia Silvermist will begin.
Let's go.
So
Plane shift, plane
she's
shift,
doing
plane
it.
shift, plane shift, plane
What that
shift.
tells us though, out of character, what that tells us is that she knows full well what she's doing and is willing to break the timeline. Willing to.
Yeah.
But that all that means is all that means is that if we stop her, things shouldn't break. Because if she achieves her goal, it breaks the timeline. Because I was a little worried out of character that if us stopping her, like a 12 Monkeys movie situation where we stopping the thing actually makes the thing happen. But if her success makes the timeline shatter, phew, more dilemma Oma. Let's go give her a kicking.
I worry what's going to wait for us there. There was something that we released. There's something beyond Lilalia that we saw. If you remember, back at the house.
Oh, the non-linear dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Time is round.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
What?
if he needs to be removed, then we go through him as well.
I figure
like
one problem at a
it.
time.
Yeah, Vaughn's going to be like, I like this plan. He's non-linear. That means we can kick him coming and going.
Yes.
Kick him before we've even kicked him.
Deja vu.
Oh, that's
Lavender,
amazing. Well done.
Lavender takes one last drag on the Feywild blunt, stamps it out with her heel, and she's just gonna go, all right, let's go save all the worlds.
Let's fucking go.
Do it,
And the plane shift activates.
Okay, can I have a intelligence check, please?
Guidance.
And I add Flash of Genius to that.
Oh, actually, apologies. Ignore me. There is no check because this isn't through the Amulet of Planes, is it? It's through the cube, which just casts the plane shift spell. So it just works.
Woo!
Excellent.
Yay.
You guys
Recharge it.
disappear in a flash. Eve, you find yourself instantly in an open meadow. It's warm, the sun is glaring down on you. Birds are echoing through the trees. You can hear the thud of a large dinosaur off in the distance. As you look around, you see a raptor walking towards you. And as it walks to you from the direction of the sun, in a squint of your eyes, it's no longer a raptor, but quite a tall Chilton man, almost the same height as Hunter. He has a very long beard and very long hair, all a bit unkempt, but also kind of neat. It kind of works. Very simple clothes. He kneels down in front of you, puts one arm on your shoulder, and grasps your hand in his other one.
Hello. Nice to meet you, sir.
You did it.
Did what?
He is dead.
Oh, that thing. Well, it wasn't just me. I had a lot of help. I just felt like I felt like I could have done it sooner and done it more. I could have stopped it. I should have taken the opportunity to kill him when we were in Lilelia's place a while ago. I failed.
And that is why I chose you. Humility, even in the face of victory. You have failed no one, Eve. But this is just the first.
I know. I remember what you said.
Now comes the true threat. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Good. Be the hero of life. Fight for us all.
I promise. I'll do my best. I'm willing to do whatever it takes to stop this, I promise.
You realise that instead of your hands clasping now, there's actually something in between. You feel the nice, normal and familiar structure of your bow in your hand. Comforting and powerful and different. You look down, all of the flowers are in blossom. There is a hue to it that wasn't there before. The wood seems more refined and polished. You can tell it has changed. And as you look back up into Obteo's face, you find yourself hurling through the plane shift spell as you are all on your way to Waterdeep.
Thank you.
Ia, where did you specify exactly that you are going to in Waterdeep, or just Waterdeep?
Waterdeep Blackstaff Tower.
Okay. You find yourselves hurtling there. It only takes seconds to travel through the plane shift spell, but it feels like an eternity with the apprehension in the back of your mind of what comes next. And we will end the session there.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Wow. Remind me to divvy out the potions when we arrive. Haha.
Oh, I'm so nervous.
Me
Definitely
too.
didn't forget to do that.
It is at this point I have to ask you, when we have our final in-person session, how long do you want to play for?
Days.
Because the length,
48 hours.
As long as it takes.
The
As long as it takes.
the length
Yeah.
of
Quick
time,
weekend.
the length of time I can have a commitment for determines how many sessions we have left. So, I need you all to decide how long you can commit for. Once you've done that, we can talk about a date.
12
1
hours.
day. Yeah, you'll have to
I
go
mean-
can only ever do 1 day.
Yeah, I think if we could maybe
I-
look at a Saturday.
I'm
That
hoping
might be
one. I mean, in 1 day, but I mean specifically a number of hours you are willing to commit.
Yeah.
Because
If you just want it to be a day, I can give you 24 of my finest hours.
Literally, yeah. Like I will need breaks.
You don't
and
have
I
to
will
answer
crash,
now.
but I'll just
Yeah,
push
you do-
through. If it's going to be like an in person, like we could literally do like start in the morning and just go however long we want. If other people would also be happy with that. For a
Everyone
final
would be
session.
happy. Yeah.
You don't have to give me
Yeah.
an answer now because I won't be able to keep track of all of the numbers you give me anyway. But have a think about it. Give me a number, and then we shall plan how many how many sessions we've got left before then.
Okay.
I know how many I know how many hours I want to do. How many hours I can do.
Yeah.
Maybe we can do another Facebook poll.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that would be
That
great.
could work.
I'll bring potions of Red Bull.
Me and Liam are we could be here next week, but we'll probably just be listening. We're going to be at a premiere in because we're traveling, so the Wi-Fi is shit. So I don't know if we'll actually be able to play properly. But we can hand off people if needs be.
Me and Thomas are away the week after as well in Belfast.
Oh no way!
But the thing is, that's what this what the Facebook poll will help us organise, or
It will.
Well, we want
Because
to
if you guys say a high enough number, well, yeah, that's kind of guaranteed anyway. Because I need time to plan, and we need time to book in calendar days and stuff. But if you guys say a high enough number, we might not do another virtual game. It depends. So
Say that, Matt. I'm
yeah,
so
just let me
nervous
know.
already.
I'm gonna cry. Oh. Okay.
Well, that's not true because no matter what, we would have a virtual post-game wrap-up. If the world doesn't end, obviously, it might be a bit boring if there's just a void and we just stare at blank screens. But yeah,
the fact that that's
get
a
those
possibility
numbers
is
in the
concerning.
chat.
It's alright, we operate in
It's
voids.
concerning for you. You lose a character. I lose my entire world. Please don't let it die, guys.
We'll do our best.
Wait, hang on, you don't. You've got a spare. I mean, why
I don't. I don't have a spare because there's currently holes everywhere.
Right, next
Oh,
campaign's in the
exciting.
Outer Planes, guys. Let's go.
Do this shit. Yeah.
All right, start to do what's it called the Space Jammer. Let's go.
Yes, Spelljammer. Let's go.
Spelljammer.
Space Jam. That's the one.
Space Jam is a movie.
Oh.
I think it is spelled.
It's also like
Sure.
go get a movie. It's really wholesome. So
Well, that was a session.
It
You
didn't,
are-
you know what, it didn't go as bad as I thought it was gonna go. So
no.
You're
No one
alive.
died.
for a
Not
start.
yet.
That's Minor Ribbit's
Not yet.
baseline. Is no one died, so it was
Yeah,
a great
literally.
session.
Yeah.
Other than
No one
like,
important died apart from like everyone on the lower decks of your ship.
More specifically,
Yeah.
$3,000
And the hundreds of people around the mortuary,
Yeah.
but
Ah, they just got injured.
yeah, exactly. They were all hiding anyway. It's fine.
Lavender
Yeah, they
will
would-
just tally up the dead on her book for souls or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
It'll
deaths,
make you
just more
stronger. It's
injuries.
fine.
Just more
It makes you
injuries.
stronger.
You
I'm
just
for real
power.
making it. I'm making
You
it
used to make
headcanon
hunters
that
stronger.
I'm making it headcanon that because of all these.
There's gonna be some poor bastard at 7 going, "Bring out your dead." Oh shit! What did I put myself in for work today? Why did I come into work today?
This is how Lavender goes into madness and attunes to the Book of Our Darkness. It's the grief.
I never
I've
got
got
round
the,
to. Yeah, I never got round to that other book that's still in my satchel. Actually,
I was literally looking at that earlier this game, going, "She's not read that for a while."
I know,
Lelelia's
yeah.
plans of operation.
I was going to say, yeah, title of book, How to Kill the Lelia.
Volume
Yeah.
Where the Jaffa Dagger is.
1.
Imagine some poor sod that was just pulling a book out of the library in the mortuary, and then the whole place crumbled.
Well, it was
Oh, yeah.
from the Temple of Secrets, so it could. It was probably useful, but it just yeah. We haven't had that many long rests for her to look at it. She was kind of busy the last one, so yeah, she hasn't had a chance to look at it.
I will let you know you've put a grand total of 37 hours into reading it.
Oh, okay, that's more than I thought. Sweet. Right then, guys. Crunch time.
Yeah.
Maybe see you next week. Maybe see you in a poll. Maybe see you in person. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm gonna finish my outfit. Okay, right. See you later, guys.
Bye everyone.
guys.
Bye.